Peacemaker just dropped its first 3 episodes on HBO Max, and I watched them. I'm going to talk about them. I haven't decided whether or not I want to do them as they come out week to week. Probably will, but I'm not promising anything. And yeah, so let's get into this. I guess some spoilers for the Suicide Squad if you didn't see that movie, and a little bit of spoilers for the series, I guess, too. Uh, Peacemaker died, and so there was a couple reasons that people were kind of like, "What the hell are you guys doing?" This series takes place after the Suicide Squad movie, and if you know that movie, basically, Peacemaker took out Rick Flag. He killed him, and Peacemaker did that, and then he died in the movie, and so it's like, what? There's gonna be a Peacemaker series, but he died, and yeah, so that's what happened. Wasn't that he got shot and died by blood sport, and then a building fell on him? And the way they explain that in this series, I will not ruin, but it's ridiculous and makes absolutely no sense. But we have a show, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really need to, because the way I look at it is this: we're talking about a movie, a show based off a movie with that had a character in it named Polka Dot Man, and they also had a giant starfish as the damn villain. You know, like a giant, huge, damn starfish. You know, it is ridiculous, but you know what? That's okay because that's kind of what the tone is for this whole series here, and yeah, I don't know. The other problem people were worried about with this series is how do you make Peacemaker likable? He's an asshole. Like he just straight up, he's racist, he's sexist. Um, he's homophobic. He's all the ist you can think of: racist, homophobic, uh, sexist, whatever you can think of. He's all of them in the book, and I think they do a good job at making it work. What really works about it is you don't really like. I don't feel like you really like him in this series. He's funny though, and it's funny just to watch him do stuff, and it works really well because like the Suicide Squad, you didn't really like him in that movie either, but he was funny and he was entertaining, and it worked. And they do what they did in that movie where it's an ensemble. So we have all these new characters that are working with the Peacemaker, and they're doing a little mission, and it's really funny. They all work off each other really well. Some of these actors, though, I would say are better than others. There's a few of them are a little bit iffy with me, like, I'm not so much. But most of them worked really well. But a lot of this show really works because of John Cena's performance. He is so funny in this show. I mean, I laughed out loud so many times when the first episode, um, uh, he was in the hospital and talking to this guy. The guy's like, "Oh, Peacemaker, you're that racist, homophobic superhero," and then like the way John Cena's banter with this actor just was so funny. It was just brilliant. I mean, it was, that first episode was actually a great episode because it was written and directed by James Gunn. I think the other two were, but I'm not exactly sure on that, so don't quote me on that. But yeah, it was really funny, and it was a really good kind of start to the show. I feel like it really works, and I'm curious to see what happens with this show. I hear rumors that Bane might be in the end of the show or something like that. But this show look like it's gonna be a great time. If you really love the Suicide Squad movie, you gotta watch this show because damn, this was a fun time.